Hey guys! Welcome to Cebu City. Kung may plano kayong pumunta ng Cebu, let me guide you. In this video, I will show you how to go to Cebu City, and I have 4 hotels to recommend since I stayed in different accommodation when I stayed in Cebu last December and when I went back for the Sinulog Festival this month. And I will also give you a DIY tour of the famous tourist spots within the like the Magellan's Cross, Fort San Pedro, Basilica del Santo Niño, Plaza Independencia, the Peace Treaty Shrine, Cebu Cordova Bridge, the tops overlooking, and I will show you places to eat the famous Cebu Lechon. I also went to the Bantayan Island in Cebu, but I will create a separate video for it. From Manila, I booked a flight to Cebu City to attend the Sinulog Festival this year. Cebu is also known as the Queen City of the South, and it is the oldest city in the Philippines and a very popular tourist destination. I've been to Cebu for a few times, but this is the first time that I'm attending the Sinulog Festival. I planned ahead and I made sure to book an accommodation that's close to where the main event is kasi pahirapan sumakay sa dami ng mga tao na umaattend ng Sinulog at madaming closed roads, kaya I prefer to book a hotel that's close to Mango Avenue where they held the parade and the main event, and I will show it to you later. In the airport, just go to the south wing and look for the white taxi lane. Sa ilang punta ko ng Cebu ay laging may mga nakapilang taxi dito. Merong mag-o-offer sa inyo ng yellow taxi, but just be aware na medyo pricey ang mga ito and their flag down rate is 70 pesos while the white taxi is only 40 pesos and they always use their meter when on transit. Ang airport nila is located in Mactan Island and it is a coastal area, so expect to have a good view of the beach, especially when you are crossing the bridge that links the Mactan Island and the Cebu City proper. From airport to Cebu City, mga nasa 30 to 40 minutes ang biyahe depende sa traffic at nasa 240 pesos ang binayaran ko sa taxi. Roaming around the city, you have few options sa parts sa taxi. Meron silang Grab service at madaming ride-hailing apps like Move It, Maxim at Angkas, so make sure to download those apps before going there. Where to stay in Cebu City? My first option is this nice hotel that's close to the IT park. It is the Royal J Hotel and I have a really nice experience staying here, so I'm putting this on top of my list. The receptionists are really helpful, especially in giving directions to tourists like me, and their customer service is really good. But the main reason I'm recommending this is the comfort it gave me when I stayed there. This is the room they gave me and I had a good view of the city. I booked this for 2,500 pesos per night, but don't worry, I have cheaper options for you later, and those are good hotels too. Since I work while traveling, I appreciate this office table with an ergonomic chair. Their room has several tables to put your things on. There's a big TV and they have a small pantry with a water kettle for your coffee and tea. They have a modern style comfort room with a glass sliding door for the shower area, and they have hot and cold shower, and their sink has an installed air dryer, and they provided a supply for your bathroom needs like a soap, shampoo, and toothbrushes. And you also have a big cabinet to hang your clothes and put your luggage on. If you are looking for a cheaper hotel, try All Suns Inn in Chavez, Cebu. This is where I stayed during the Sinulog period because this is just 2 minutes walk to the Mango Avenue where the parade and the procession was held. I booked this for only 700 pesos per night, and if you are traveling on a budget, I highly recommend this. Their room is spacious, it is clean, and there's a table if you need to work. Their Wi-Fi is okay here, and you have options to use their PLDT, Globe, or their Converge Wi-Fi. For the price of the room, just do not expect so much, but staying here is comfortable too. If there's a thing that I love about this hotel, is they have a gym on the second floor, and it is big. And for only 130 pesos, you can use their facilities, and they have complete equipment for all of your workout needs. Let me give you a quick tour. They also have a chapel on the 5th floor and an alfresco dining area on the 6th floor. The third hotel that I will recommend is the S Hotel and Residences na malapit sa Cebu Provincial Capital. Maliit lang ang lobby nila at hindi ko na ito nakunan ng video, pero ito ang aking room. Near the door is a small cabinet for your clothes, and there's a safety deposit box, and there's 2 queen-size bed with clean sheets and a good view of the city. The room has a TV, and there's a big table with water kettle and mugs, and this is their comfort room. Very clean, and there's a glass divider for the shower. There's hot and cold water and a big mirror. I booked this in Agoda for only 1,335 pesos. The Vivian's Hotel is the last hotel I stayed in, and it is located in the Mactan Island. I moved here so I will be closer to the airport, and this hotel was actually recommended by a friend because they provide a free shuttle to the airport, and it is already my flight to Manila the next day. And this is the room given to me. It has a king-size bed in a not so spacious room, but it has everything you need. The most important is it is comfortable. It has a split-type aircon, and the counter has a hair blower. It has a small pantry and a big TV. Hindi libre yung mga chips na nakakita nyo dyan, but it is not that pricey. There's also a safety deposit box below for your valuables and a small fridge with drinks for sale inside. Their comfort room is also nice. It actually looks new. It is very clean. It is well lighted. It has hot and cold shower even in the sink faucet, and they provide bathroom necessities, and there's a sliding door for the shower area. This hotel has a small gym, which I also tried, and unlike the other hotel that I mentioned earlier that has a gym, this one is for free. Though there are limited equipment to use, this is better than nothing at all, and at least you get to do your workout while enjoying the view outside. And I availed their free ride to the airport, and this is the van that took me there. And here are the tourist spots to visit in Cebu. Let's start in the Cebu City Hall in downtown Cebu, because in front of it is the Plaza Sugbo, where the iconic Magellan's Cross Pavilion is located. Sa gitna ng plaza ay makikita ninyo ang isang pavilion na malapit sa Basilica de Santo Niño. Inside, you will see a replica of the cross brought by Ferdinand Magellan to the Philippines sometime in 1500. It is said that it is the exact spot where Magellan erected the original cross to symbolize his claim on this island. Makikita ninyo sa loob ang mural painted on the chapel ceiling that depicts the first baptism in Cebu. The painting shows Father Valderrama, Magellan, and the Spaniards offering religious items to the early Cebuanos. From Plaza Sugbo, lakad lang kayo papunta ng Santo Niño de Cebu Chapel kung saan ninyo makikita ang 30-foot na Santo Niño. Download kayo ng Google Map kasi yan ang nakatulong sa amin sa pag-explore ng downtown Cebu. Mga nasa 15 minutes din na lakaran yon at along the way, you will see old buildings showing some Spanish colonial architecture. The 30-foot Santo Niño was built in celebration of the religious tradition in Cebu, and there's a chapel below it where Mass is being held. They have the Sinulog Festival as a traditional celebration in Cebu being held every third Sunday of January to honor the Santo Niño, which is the child Jesus. From there, you will see a part of the Cebu-Cordova Bridge at lakad lang kayo ulit hanggang makarating kayo sa signing of Cebu City Charter Marker, also known as the Commonwealth Act No. 58 that granted Cebu City its status as an independent city during the Spanish time. Sa gilid lang ng marker na to ay makikita ninyo ang The Barracks kung saan madami nagtitinda ng lechon at iba pang pagkain. Dito kami nag-lunch at ikot lang kayo kasi libre tikim ng lechon. Tuloy natin ang tour at lakad lang tayo hanggang makarating sa Cebu Metropolitan Cathedral. Isa ito sa pinakamatandang simbahan sa Cebu and you will be amazed by its impressive architecture. Konting lakad lang at malapit lang ang Plaza Independencia kung saan makikita ang the Legazpi Monument at ang Fort San Pedro. Ang Plaza Independencia ay maraming pangalan throughout its history. It was known as Plaza de Armas at tinawag din itong Plaza Mayor. During the Spanish colonial era, ay tinawag itong Plaza de Maria Cristina in honor of the Queen, and during the American colonial period, the square was known as Plaza Libertad. Sa gitna nito ay makikita ang the Legazpi Monument which was built in honor of the Spanish navigator Miguel Lopez de Legazpi, who also became the first Governor General of the Philippines. Dito sa Plaza Independencia makikita ang malaking Cebu signage na ginamit ko sa vlog na to. At sa likod lang niya ay ang Fort San Pedro na isang military defense structure built by the Spaniards under the command of Miguel Lopez de Legazpi. Ito ay gawa sa bato and it was built in 1630. Sa ngayon ay isa itong museum that houses the legacies of the Spanish government like some preserved Spanish artifacts such as Spanish documents, paintings, and some sculptures. At bago ko makalimutan ay may entrance fee nga pala itong 30 pesos. Sa gabi naman ay magandang puntahan ang Tops Overlooking which will give you 180 degrees panoramic view of the Cebu City. Ito ay isang observatory deck and a picnic place for the Cebuanos at dito maganda manood ng sunset o kaya ay enjoy ang city lights ng Cebu. Para makapunta dito ay sumakay lang kayo ng bus sa terminal nila sa Ayala Central Block sa IT Park. For 200 pesos, may two-way ka ng pamasahe at kasama na doon ang entrance fee. Pumunta din ako ng Bantayan Island sa Cebu and I will create another video on how to commute to Bantayan Island and the places I visited there. Thank you for watching my video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.